Good morning, Blackhawk students. Today is Thursday, November 19th, and we do have some birthdays coming up. So tomorrow we have two birthdays. Autumn H has a birthday, and Gabby F has a birthday. So happy birthday, girls. I hope you have a great day tomorrow. Some fun facts. In 1863, President Lincoln gave his Gettysburg Address. Today is also National Carbonated Beverage with Caffeine Day. So kids, ask your parents if you can have some pop and some caffeine. Sorry, parents, ahead of time, but it is National Caffeine Day. It is also National Play Monopoly Day. So if you have the game of Monopoly, ask a sibling or ask your parents to sit down and play the game of Monopoly. It is a fun game, and it has some math involved because you get some money in that game. One thing I'd like to celebrate today is the last couple of days I've been able to join different Google Hangouts with you guys as you're learning from your teachers. And I am so proud of all of you students because you follow directions wonderfully. When the teacher tells you to mute your mic, you do. You sit there listening, and even on camera, you're raising your hand so that she knows to call on you, and you're taking turns. So students, awesome job. Over the next 3 days, today and Monday and Tuesday, I will be reading a story to you guys. So we'll break it up. That way it's not so long. But since next week is Thanksgiving, exactly a week from today, we're going to read a story called A Turkey for Thanksgiving by Eve Bunting. It was Thanksgiving morning. Mr. Moose helped Mrs. Moose set the Thanksgiving table. Sheep will sit here. He likes a chair that's straight, up, and down, Mr. Moose said. Rabbit here. Porcupine here. Let me back up, students. Mr. and Mrs. Goat here. He smiled at his wife. Isn't it nice to have friends to share Thanksgiving?
See the videos playing? You can view them just by clicking. And please become a Learning Station friend.
Mrs. Moose set 2 paper pilgrims, one at each end of the table. She placed the paper turkey with its great fan of a tail between the candles and stood back. They look good, my dear, Mr. Moose said. Mrs. Moose sighed. Yes, but I wish we had a real turkey. Everyone always has a turkey for Thanksgiving. Everyone but us. Mr. Moose nuzzled Mrs. Moose's head. Well, that won't do. I will go this minute and find you a turkey for Thanksgiving. Mr. Moose put on his cap and went out. Mist wandered through the bare trees. The cold made his nose water. Rabbit poked his head from his rabbit hole. Mr. Moose, is it dinner time? Not quite yet. Mrs. Moose wants a turkey. I'm off to find one. Rabbit joined him in 3 quick hops. I'll come too. Moose's warm breath hung white in front of him. Snow crunched under his hooves and made little holes that Rabbit jumped over. I see the goats, Rabbit said. Mr. Goat raised his head and spat out the tin can he was chewing. Is it dinner time? He called. Not till I find a turkey, Mr. Moose said. We saw one down by the river, Mrs. Goat told him. And Mr. Goat added, a fat one. The goats leaped down from their perch. We'll show you. Sheep was farther up the hillside, looking around as a fur ball in his winter coat. Is it dinner time? He bellowed. First, I have to find a turkey, Mr. Moose bellowed back. There's a turkey nest on the riverbank, Sheep called. Wait for me! The earth smelled of ice and moss as they crunched along. Above them a crow hung, black as a puff of wood smoke. Porcupine was hiding in the underbrush. It's you, he said, and put his quills down. We're off to get a turkey for Mrs. Moose, Mr. Moose explained. Do you want to come? I'm slow, Mr. Porcupine said. Pick me up on your way back. Who'd want to pick you up? Sheep asked and laughed his bleat of a laugh. I'll wait, Porcupine told Mr. Moose. Tune in tomorrow to see what happens next. Have a great day learning from your teachers.